Welcome everybody. We'll make a start, although I know a few people are still drifting in. This is an event which is a collaboration between the Royal Statistical Society, the Political Studies Association and the British Academy, and you're very welcome here on all three organisations' behalves. Big data, I think, is increasingly best understood as a mood word. A mood word, in case you didn't catch that. It's evocative of an increased interest in data, increasing ubiquity of data. The Economist actually defined big data as the ubiquity of data. New types of data, such as digital data and social media data. And new ways of analysing, for example, machine learning or linking different data sets in innovative ways, and presenting data in new ways, the increasing rise of data visualization that we've seen. So from my perspective, it's best understood in that way rather than in some kind of hard and fast definition. Data clearly featured very large in the recent general election. Politicians peppered their speeches with statistics. Parties used voter data for micro-targeting of policies, or so they'll have you believe. There was more polling data than we've ever had before for what good it did us, including the Ashcroft polling. And then, of course, there was the debacle around the polling predictions, as it were. And that's now resulted in a polling inquiry by the British Polling Society, which we hosted the initial meeting of a couple of weeks ago. As well as all of that, there were fact-checkers. We would argue this has been the election where we've seen the rise of the fact-checking movement. Organisations such as Full Fact, The Conversation. The Institute for Fiscal Studies obviously has been doing fact-checking for many, many years. And also media like the Mirror's experiment with AMPT, which some of you may have come across, now discontinued unfortunately, but very interesting in terms of using data visualization and fact-checking. And also we saw the rise of social media analysis. Some people call this the new snake oil, but we shall hear a bit more about this. So today's event is really an opportunity to try and make some sense of all of these different themes. That's the introductions over with. So I'm delighted to introduce our first speaker, Deborah Mattinson from Britain Thinks. Britain Thinks is a consultancy providing strategic advice based on insight, and Deborah will be known to many of you. She's was a pollster to Gordon Brown and a leading commentator on public opinion. Over to you, Deborah.